Yeah, man, we back. I'm not gonna let the gatekeepers kick me out. So we'll turn this into a whole other topic. We'll wait till y'all come back because I got kicked off for some reason. I don't know why, but for some reason I got ran out the game. So we'll crank it back up for a few more minutes. Not long, not long at all, but for a few more minutes. Because there's other work, there's other phases of work to be done. There are other phases of work to be done. Justin says, would you say the right way of easing a child? You mean raising a child or easing a child? You must mean raising a child is showing them the way the world is or showing them the way the world is supposed to be. I would say a balance, a delicate balance of both. Y'all click the like button as you come in. A delicate balance of both because, you want to be straight up. I would say you want to be straight up to let a child know how the world is, but I think you should do it in phases and steps. You don't want to just put them straight in the matrix like that, straight like, there's certain things you can't show at certain ages and all that. But I am a person who believes that it's a mistake to try to shield the child or try to act like nothing's wrong. I can't show. No, everything is okay. It's a terrible world, and they get out there and see that world, how terrible it is, and then they start to, it's a shock. It's a culture shock. Like, whoa, they didn't tell me this happens in elementary school. Because you're trying to sugarcoat and create this world for your child that doesn't exist in an attempt to protect them. All right, man. Look, what's gang stalking? Y'all give y'all definition of gang stalking. Let's all make up our own definition. And yeah, it's still open topic, Jason. I was just joking around with that topic, with that title. Yeah, I was just joking around with it. So it's still open topic. I'll change the title when I'm through. I just didn't like that for whatever reason I got kicked off soon as I started talking about that. So I was being defiant. Well, y'all gonna catch these likes back up since we here. We won't get to 100, but But yeah, it's still open topic. It's still open topic. Why would I remake Boogie Nights when there's Suge Knights in office? Suge Knights in office. What's up, Michelle? Michelle says fact checkers to me is gangster. Fact checkers, really? Why? Why you say that? Maybe I'm misunderstanding your statement. You don't like people who try to make sure folks ain't lying? Or as was that sarcasm? It's all right, Timmy Hendrix. I get kicked off here from time to time. It happens. Y'all click the like, man. GPT says community harassing a targeted individual. Mitchie says it's no topic to be joking about. This is real. It's complex. It's real torture. Now, I'm not joking. I'm not making mockery about something that it might be real. I'm joking about how many definitions there is of it. Of course, if there's something that's like bullying, that's like some forms of harassment. Nah, you don't make jokes about it, but my joking came from I asked what it was, 4 or 5 different answers. So I'm like, what is it? So I'm like, okay, everybody make up a definition of what it was. But no, I'm sensitive to stuff like that. So you're right, Mitchie. But I wasn't cracking on whatever it really is. Just so you know, my brother. Attracticus says if the FBI is watching you, you are being gang stalked. Well, I guess everybody being gang stalked. That's the case. Just Incredible says, I'm afraid to have children because autism runs wild in my family. If I have an autistic child, I'll be miserable. Well, there's a history that you may have to check in your family in terms of when the child is born or at some child is young, a baby, at any point, did your family members allow those children to be, y'all see this? What it did? I ain't gonna say it. Did they get any? Because there are that can, all right? That's all I can say. But just check the history in your family and see, if any members of your family may have allowed their children to be, all right? Click the like button, man. We got the people back. We ain't got the likes back. Give me them likes. Give me the likes. Give me the likes. Give me the likes. Give me the likes. On my way down here. Thomas Ricks, in the session 2, did the therapist really spaz out as the story suggests, or did he perform a show? No, he lost it. It wasn't a strategy. He lost it. He needed therapy. Yeah. So that was the wicked twist that it took. My OCD is not going to allow me to keep looking at this disproportionate, imbalanced, asymmetrical like ratio. So I'm gonna need everybody that's in here right now that haven't clicked that thumbs up to do so now. Let's catch that up to the amount of people that's in here. There ain't many of us in here, but let's catch those up as much as we can. My eyes keep going to it and it's messing me up. I'm trying to read what y'all saying, but I keep looking at that. Yeah. All right. Oh, I'm not gonna get in trouble, man. All right. Yonina, Israel. Is that Yonina? Man, I hate when I mispronounce names, right? When I mispronounce names. I've never taken no nothing, Timmy. No mushrooms, no, I ain't pills. I don't do none of that. Give me the likes. Give me the likes. Michelle says, because they always shut down my important posts. Well, that means that sometimes you can post facts and the people who are short stopping your information, they're not real fact checkers, or they may be checking to see if it's a fact, but that you post might not fit the agenda. So it's referred to in this space as MMI. I'll tell y'all what, you know. That's what they'll refer to it as. So those are not real fact checkers, because a real fact checker wants to get the facts. They're checking to see if it's real. If it's real, they're gonna co-sign it. They're not gonna shut it down. So if they shutting it down, that means they on that BS. Trust me, I know my channel. I get, they come at me from time to time. They just hit me with a warning about something that was posted so long ago. I forgot I made the video. That's crazy. I don't get high. I've been high off of information. I've been high off of music. I've been high off of just life in general and certain people. I don't need any of that kind of assistance. I got a few more minutes with y'all, man. What's on y'all mind? Give me something good. Give me something good, man. Got a few more minutes to spend with y'all. All right. What's it? Yo, Nina, why you why you mad because Squiddo type it in all caps? People a lot of times they don't like all caps. I'm just out of curiosity, like why does it bother people when other people type in all caps? Because it feel like bold letters mean you just a certain, like, I mean what, somebody explain that to me. Why does it bother people when other people type in all capital letters? Now I wouldn't want to see it on like an official letter or just, just regular something that doesn't call for that, but on something like this, like, hey, I mean, I ain't knocking what how you feel, but it's like it's kind of weird to me. Uh-oh. ATX Screwhead just bought a ticket to the Flamingo Cantina. That's what's up. January the 31st, your big brother K-Rino will be in Austin, Texas at the Flamingo Cantina. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all come see me if you're in the area. I will be there 2 weeks from tonight, inshallah. What up, John C? Yona. Okay, my bad. Cause I know I know how to mess your name up 16 times. Gotcha, Yona. The silencer's in the building. Magnetic is called YouTube a robotic Karen. No doubt about it, man. Open topic. I got a little more time with y'all, man. Hit the like, man. Please hit the like. Oh my gosh. Click the thumbs up, man. Click that thumbs up. Ricky Runyon says they will box you in traffic too. The silencer working on another poem. Keep it up. Don't stop. We need life-saving music, life-saving poems, life-saving speeches and lectures. let's make everything we do. We're not perfect in our walk, but let's try to make everything we do artistically and creatively something that's going to benefit the person who hears it, the person who reads it, the person who sees it. Let's do our best to make life-saving art. We got enough death art out here already. We got enough stuff that's bringing us down out here. And the stuff that's bringing us down, unfortunately, has been strategically laid out to do so by individuals who have the massive enough platform, who own the platforms, who are the machine to put it out on a mass scale at the same time. So meaning those who control radio, those who control TV, those who control social media, they can put out all of the negative stuff in massive waves. So the positive stuff does not have the weight behind it to equally combat in terms of, or better yet say, to show an equal presence outwardly in terms of like, this is on the radio, the good stuff on the radio. This is on the TV, the bad stuff is on TV. That's not a way that we can show an equal presence because it's not set up for that to be, right? So if it's not set up for that to be, we got to chip away. We got to hit this thing like a pinata. We got to hit this thing like a pinata until we slowly poking holes in it until the candy fall out. So don't ever be discouraged if you're a rapper, if you're a poet, if you're a conscious singer, if you are a conscious content creator or whatever. Don't ever be discouraged when your numbers are low, because unless you're just not that good at what you do, this thing is set up and designed for those numbers to be low, because it's set up and designed for you to not have access to the kind of reach that you need to level the playing field. But that shouldn't stop us. Keep going, because you still saving lives. Just be saving them one at a time over a period of time. Might not save 1,000 at a time like you could back in the days when conscious music played on the radio before they figured it out. So you might not save 1,000 at a time right now. You might get one, you might get 4 every month. But them 4, you never know what those 4, who those 4, how many they might generate. Don't let low numbers discourage you. I understand. Sometimes you just like, man, nobody's watching, nobody's doing this, but don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. The people who are on my channel, they've been rocking with me many of them since I started my channel, and they've been there every time. I see them when I do these lives. I see them when I drop my daily videos. Something is hindering good content. In some cases, it's a lot of good content that is getting a lot of good exposure on the internet. Don't let that be overlooked. But in some cases, something going on. Have I ever done a show at Abilene? No, I've never been to Abilene. Music, I got them beats. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me hear them. Yeah. Shout out to Sonya Massey, man. And those dirty police officer, that dirty police officer who murdered her in cold blood. Take your word for it on the mushrooms. I'm good. I'm fine. Don't need them. Yeah. Oh no. Menelik Mackinnon. What is? Don't ask what Gangstalking is. We're not gonna go down that rabbit hole no more. DC knowledge and entertainment. What's going on? That's what I'm saying. Magnetic. I don't understand what the issue is. People get upset about people typing in all caps. I don't get it. It's like I don't even see it until somebody brings it to my attention. Now sometimes you might be texting somebody. If y'all are having an argument and they come back in all caps, you know that they're hollering at you with letters. When somebody just sends you an email, hey, how you doing, man? I was just wondering how much you charge for a feature. And it's an all cap. It don't bother me now. What bothers me is when I can't read what you're saying. Like, okay, well, man, spell check, lack of spell check bothers me more than somebody writing in all caps. If I got to read your thing of me not, that would bother me. The silencer, because many people perceive it as yelling. This subconsciously can be vexing to a person's thought process. And I understand. I get it. Yeah, because like I said, you might be having a disagreement with somebody, and they come back and I get that. I get that side of it. Just regular. Why would I be yelling just on something in general? If somebody comes on here and they say, hey, K, I really enjoyed your last album, but they got it in all caps. I know they're not yelling at me. I know they're not mad at me. They just happen to have it in all caps. Hey, K, could you, next time you talk to Gangsta Nip, could you tell him I said I'm a big fan? But they got it in all caps. So what? Not a big deal. That's just me, though. Like I said, I understand where you're coming from. It's like people perceive it as yelling, but I've never, ever in my life read a letter, an email, a text, a post, a comment. I've never read a post that I could hear. So I can perceive like somebody upset. You can tell when somebody's upset. But to me, if I can look at what you wrote and I see that it's coming from anger based on the words that you're saying, and you got it in all caps as if you are somewhere typing like you are yelling, that's the funniest thing in the world to me. How are you trying to yell through like, I told you. Like, you just trying to let me know you upset? That's hilarious to me. I'm like, this dude's in all caps. He's really upset. But, what do you think of Cognify AI? That's the technology I use. What do I think of Cognify? I don't know what that is. You say Cognify AI? See, y'all got to tell me what this stuff is. You can't just say, what do you think about corporationalism? I don't know. What is Cognify AI? I know what AI is, but what is the Cognify part come in? I got y'all. Yeah, Cliff. Yeah, they think, but why does that play on your mind? Why does that play on your conscience? See, because like I can look at the statement and pull the context of it and pull the intention of it. I can pull this, I can look at the statement. So I think you should be selective on what you get upset about that's in all caps. Not just all caps, period. But that's just me. Who am I to, I am knocking nobody. Hold on, man. I know for a fact my brother is not up in the Dirty Third Network. Hold on, man. So that's either Mike D, the homie 5. Who is this, man? Who is in here representing Dirty Third Network right now? Because I got to give y'all some love. Regardless of who it is under the title right now, y'all finna get this love. Shout out to the Dirty Third. Such a great job, man. And I want to see y'all enjoy 20,000 times more the success that y'all are, because y'all are putting in the work. Y'all are an example of how to put in the work and get the results and turn and do what we're all trying to do and turn something into nothing into something. Shout out, man, to my homies at the Dirty Third Network, the podcast, all of the entities that fall under that umbrella, man. We in this thing together, so I salute y'all, man. Identify yourself. Which one of y'all is it? All of y'all family, but I wanna put you on blast with some flowers. Yeah. DC Knowledge says, if I'm being super serious about something, I type in caps, or if I want to draw attention to certain words, but now I just had to. Yeah, I understand. Because sometimes, even in a setting like this, your message may get lost. So everybody's kind of typing the same way. If you put it in caps, it's gonna be an eye, it's gonna catch the eye more so than if it was just in 20 regular worded statements. It catches the eye now, but to the people who don't like that might come out to be annoying, or they may ignore it anyway. So, but I get it. I get it. Yeah. Everybody got their thoughts on it. Some people don't mind, some people hate it. Yeah. Robert Kamer says emotions are drugs as well. Emotions, let me see, emotions are drugs. Let me think on that for a minute. Because a drug is something that a person may use to make them feel a certain way, to get high, but emotions can also be used to manipulate. You can manipulate people through your emotions. You can fake emotions and get a certain result out of certain people. So yeah, but I gotta think through more deeply on actual being a drug. Yeah. Yeah, Big Rick, we got a podcast in the building. My brothers, man. Y'all saw that Tulo y'all saw that Tulo video? Man, thank God everybody's okay. That's my first thought. Just so glad that everybody was okay, that nobody was hurt. But once everybody's okay, then you realize this have turned into a viral moment, and all the way up to Jimmy Kimmel and all these different comedians. I saw a comedian speaking on it, man. He was so funny, man. So thank God that everybody's okay in that situation, man. My guys. Rick Runyon, all right. JD, man, I see you. SPC2G is up in here. Big time. JD, you in town? You in town, JD? Hold on, Wale. Who trying to be funny? We're not taking those Sanya Massey jokes. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not disrespecting any black women, black people. So that comment gotta go. We're not doing that. WRX says emotions are part of the human experience. They can be manipulated by influencing spirits as well as tangible things. Yeah, you know, we have emotion in us, of course. But the object for us is to not be dominated and controlled by our own emotions. Because when somebody is overly emotional or somebody is controlled by where they're not able to harness their emotions in certain situations, then that is one of the things that lead to people crashing out because they're unable to process a situation and look at it and determine what's the best move for me to make in this situation instead of saying, okay, my anger has superseded my reasoning and my logic. So now I'm so mad, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this fool because he said that uh, the Detroit Lions was better than the Rams. And I like the Rams. So there's a lot of people that's locked up or dead behind letting their emotions get away from them. And then when you come down off of that emotion and reality sets in, now you're in the prison cell for the rest of your life in full understanding of how stupid it was that you put yourself in that position about in the first place. But sometimes people have no remorse. They're so locked into it that even once they have ruined their own life, they don't care because proving their point meant more than preserving the life of somebody else and their own life. And even if it's not that extreme, emotions can also make you say something to somebody that you care about that you shouldn't have said. Or you might not have meant. But even if you meant it, you shouldn't have said it. So now it's like a sent email or a sent text message. Once you hit send, it's gone. Once it comes out of your mouth and you say a hurtful thing to a person, you can't retract that. You can apologize, but even in an apology, sometimes people will view the way you said it, and that will be in their memory. So you say, well, yeah, he apologized, but I just remember when he said it. Nah, he meant that. How to, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, think 5 times before you speak. And it's hard to do when somebody piss you off. But you have to move like that, especially today. I was just talking to one of the homies earlier, and they were telling me about a road rage situation that they saw a story about that turned deadly. And road rage is such a perfect example of how and why we need to always keep our emotions in check, because in a moment of in a matter of seconds, somebody cuts you off or almost hits you or whatever, and you get so angry about it that you're ready to go to the extreme. You're ready to just lose it all to prove a point to this person that they shouldn't have did what they did to you about something that really didn't have any faith. He almost hit your car. He jumped out in front of you and kept going, and he was supposed to wait. But all is well. You didn't consider the family that's waiting on you to come home. You didn't consider the little daughter you got that can't wait to run and jump in mama daddy's arms. You didn't consider the headache it's going to cause your family to try to, we got to bail him out. We got to get a lawyer. Oh, we don't have the money. Oh, I got to put my house up. You consider all that. The things that are worth it versus the things that are not. What you weigh, how do you weigh it on a scale? And then the older you get, the more cognizant you have to become of what battles to fight. Because the last thing you want to do is get 25 years in prison when you already 48 years old, 30 years old, whatever. I got partners that went to prison in their 20s, did 7, 8, 10, 15. You come out when you're 35, 30. Cool, you got a lot of life ahead of you. Not saying it was cool to give any of that time away, but at least they did it when they was young. One of the worst things in the world is to see somebody older crash out. That's this late in the game. You don't crash out this late in the game. That's insane. Because we should have lived enough to know how to move at this point. All right, I'm still reading y'all. I'm gonna let y'all make it in a minute. I'm gonna let y'all make it. Robert says, emotional addiction is a state where there is a dependency, as the name indicates, on some emotions, or more specifically on the chemicals produced by the brain. Okay, thank you for that scientific explanation, because it gave me a clearer understanding. If people are leaning on emotions, some people like to bathe in their own sympathy, in their own misery, because you start to become that which you think. So it almost, in a way, when you lean on certain emotions like misery, every time something don't go your way, you want to sulk about it and get down in the dumps of depression about it. I can see how that pity party type of mentality can generate, dare I say, levels of dopamine in your brain. Like, how for that? I appreciate that, Robert, for that explanation, because you made me see it in a different kind of way. You're getting high off your own misery, especially if somebody comes in and co-signs it. That's why people post all their problems on social media. That's why people, you break up with your dude, or you break up with your woman, and the first thing you do, you put it all on social media. You gotta go straight online and tell everybody, well, he did this to me. I never thought this man would. What's the purpose of that? And you still in love with the person. You still want to be with the person, but you have made the situation worse because now you're putting the whole world in it. Not necessarily because that's just you want to vent. You do it because you want co-signers. You want somebody to come in and say, well, that's all right. You're going to be all right. God got you. See, I knew that he was like this in the first place. I knew. See, that's what you want. And so that feeds your spirit. It motivates, drives you. That now you getting high off of the cosigns. Then you end up right back together with the person. And never put your personal business on social media, man. Never do that. I don't care how mad you are at the person, how mad the person, whatever, man, just move on. You all on Facebook and Instagram, you got to tell the world. First of all, only the nosy, messy people care. That's the only people who care. Grown people don't care to see and read other grown people's personal issues on social media. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Grown people. I didn't say nosy people. I didn't say messy people. A mature, grown adult has no interest in that. Gonna scroll right past it. Because now the person who does that, they don't think of the light that shows them to being, you messed up. Social media didn't even exist 30 years ago. So how would you have done it then? Okay, we'll do it like that now. Want to call a friend and vent and get it off your chest? Okay, cool. But if you ever want to really know somebody that you don't know, you just check out how they move on social media. Because most people have multiple versions of themselves that they present in times that they feel is the appropriate one to put out. Where am I going? I'm going over here. Okay, let me put out this version. Let me put on this version of me. Okay, who's going to be there? Okay, let me put on this version of me. Are we going to the hole in the wall? Let me get the ratchet version of me. Oh, I'm going to church. Let me get the church version of me. And people will say anything. Y'all click that like. Let's get to 100 likes. I didn't think we could do it, but we're going to see if we can do it. People will say anything that they feel will get them across the bridge with you. But watch their social media over a period of time. You will see the real them. You know who people are, not at their best, but at their worst. Or in times of adversity, in times of trouble. That's when you see who people are. Because I can be calm and cool and collected as long as things are going well. But the minute you come into a rough patch, oh, he's panicking. Oh, he's fussing and cussing everybody out around him. Oh, he's losing his composure. Oh, he's turning on his friends and family. Oh, he slapped the hell out of his wife when things are going bad. But if you see a person who composes themselves and starts trying to become solution oriented in the tough times, a person who stays even keel, a person who has the understanding in the middle of the storm, the understanding when somebody else comes who's unrelated to your problem, you still have respect and humility towards that person. You don't lash out like, man, what you want? Man, I'm going through this right. I ain't got time to be. See? You base people on how they act when it's rough, not how they act when it's cool. How is she, man? Oh man, she cool, man. She cool, man. We ain't really had an argument yet. Okay, well, let's just wait it out. Wait it out. We're gonna get to 100 likes and I'm gonna get out y'all way, man. Give me 11 more likes, man. I'm gonna get out y'all way. The silencer says, K, have you ever asked an AI to give something that you have written its attempt and accurate? No, attempt at an accurate breakdown. I thought you were asking me, have I ever tried to get AI to write something for me? No. The answer is no to both questions, even though that ain't the first thing what you asked. But yeah, no, I've never done it. I've never even played with AI before to know. It would be interesting, but that's an interesting question, though. That was Mike D. Hold on, wait a minute. I never saw who it was. Was that boy Mike D? Shout out to Mike D, man. My brother. Man, gang stalking, man. Man. I'm gonna change that title, man. I don't want no smoke. Walter Wilson, what do you think about the Drake lawsuit and the future of rap music if it goes through? I haven't read enough about it to really have an opinion on it. Just being honest with you, Walter, I've seen it, peripheral view. I glanced at it. I don't even really know the depth of what it's about. But yeah, so I'll shut up because I don't know. I need 9 more likes, man. See, I see the symmetry. You know, we got about 91 people in here. We got 91 likes. So there still may be somebody who didn't hit it. Somebody might have bing, 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 you know. No, I just titled it Gang Stalking. Austin, Texas. I'll be in Austin, Texas, January 31st. January 31st, come see your big brother K-Rino and live in Austin, Texas at the Flamingo Cantina, man. Y'all come check us out. Coming back to Colorado soon as well. All my people out there in Colorado me and Point Blank will be out there real soon. Shout out to everybody in LA affected by the wildfires. Don't be dismissive or insensitive to what they're going through in LA because your calamity just hasn't visited you yet. Man, y'all turn my head like that. Y'all got me to these 100 likes, man. I appreciate that. Okay, y'all, drop your locations. Let me shout y'all out so I can get out y'all way. Everybody on here, drop y'all locations, man. Drop them, drop them, drop them. Drop them, drop them, drop them, and I can shout y'all out and get out y'all's way. Yeah. Yona says, do you know about the 1,500-year-old church in Ethiopia? No, I don't. Didn't know they had a 1,500-year-old church. Is it still active? All right, let me shout y'all out, man. Let's get it on. I'm coming to Rochester, Minnesota. Man, when y'all send for me, dollar bill, dollar, I meant to call you yesterday. I'll hit you tomorrow, man. I'll hit you tomorrow. We got to tighten some things up. Dollar, man. Shout out to Dollar Bill, the great dollar bill, y'all. Warlock is in Canada. The Silence is in North Carolina. Shaheem the Dream in Florida. James in Kansas. You in Michelle? Everything good? Everything good for you out there? Your family, your house and stuff? Jason Jones in Rochester, Minnesota. The Silences in South Carolina. Magneticus. PNW. The homie Demetrius Russo is in Warlock is in Montreal. Yona is at Kewanee, Illinois. Robert Kamer, Sweetwater, Texas. JD out there in Funky Town, Fort Worth. Brother Chris, OKC. Mitch is in Montreal. Say, keep it screwed up. Okay, no question. Okay, James. Okay, the Sephrim Church. Jordan is in North Carolina. That's beautiful. Still active, man. Deep Elevation, Denver, Colorado. Drew is in Opelousas. Clayton is in Columbus, Ohio. We all over the place, man. We all over the world. Yeah. Hold on, we got some more. Ricky Runyon is in Indiana. Tim is in Pennsylvania. We East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, down south, all around the world. Okay, yeah, James oldest is original Toro. Fred, what up, Fred, out there in Monroe, Louisiana, aka the Boot. Yeah, no question, Dollar. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow. All right. Is that Jazon Clark in Connecticut? Yeah. Drew Green, Hilltown and Trash Pile, Opelousas. Yeah. I got love on Opelousas, man. Shout out to my homie P out there. Did a couple of shows in Opelousas. Oh, Pacific Northwest. Gotcha. Already. Imperfect Action. Los Angeles. How you doing out there, man? You good out there? How's your home? How's your family? We praying for y'all. Arkeem is in Pacific Northwest. No, Arkeem is, Portland, Pacific Northwest. Andy, Pacific Northwest. Man, Pacific Northwest representing hard tonight. That's Seattle, Portland, up in that area, up in there, right? WRX says, speaking in tongues blocks the enemy from understanding what you prayed on, since the devil speaks all languages. Holy Spirits, I guess you mean, gives you a language, but I'm just asking what language it was. See, because I can block the enemy from knowing from understanding what I prayed on. I can pray in my mind. I can pray mentally. Unless he's a mind reader, I don't have to block him. I block him through the lack of expression, through the lack of outward expression. Andy, Salem, Oregon. Yeah. Big Rick, H-Town. Okay. We ain't seen too many H-Towns tonight. Still got them coming in, man. We're going to go till they ain't here no more. Because I got to go, y'all. Magnetica, Seattle International Raceway. Okay. Wyland Kirkland is in Michigan. Yeah. All right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the support as always. Y'all tune into the Underground Dialogue podcast and always subscribe. Next week we got Killer Mike. So y'all make subscribe to the channel. Go check out the past episodes and support everybody that's doing something out this way, man. You know, Houston, we tying it together. So go support Legends 34 podcast, Dirty Third, Donnie Houston, Willie D. Anybody else I'm forgetting? I'm sorry, but I'm just calling out the people that I know, you know, that I stand with and rock with. Gotti Files, you know, all the homies that's doing their thing with the podcast and space and just music, y'all don't sleep on that. All right, man. I will catch y'all later on. It's your big brother K-Rino. Peace and hair grease.